Rishi Varma. I'm a partner at BCG. I tend to focus a lot on large-scale transformation work, especially given all the tech disruption that's been on for some time now. My clients are ones that have excellent business models, but many of them are being disrupted given the digital natives in many sense, and so they have to reinvent themselves, their business models, their product portfolio. And that's where I step in and help them think through that. I mean, clearly the correlation is high, but I would say you can't just stop at transparency, right? Transparency to me, using borrowing from Six Sigma in some sense, is the first step on the journey. You've got to build transparency, which then drives you to have control. Control leads to elimination of the tail, the long tail in some cases of all exceptions, and then at the end of the day, are you able to improve the mean, right? So if you follow that methodology, transparency is step one in this journey of getting to what you just said in terms of real results and impact. So that's why we believe in getting transparency. BCG's DNA is all around data. Data-driven insights and objectivity in everything that we do. And I think just getting that fact base right first, on which you can then use to start to make change, is where we need to go. So the aspect of transparency, I think, is important, highly correlated, but clearly a step one in that journey of realizing benefits. The disconnect, as you describe it, is typically is around accountability and taking responsibility. The CEO expects the CIO to run a tight shop, to be in some way predictive in nature of avoiding issues before they happen, delivering products at the speed of light, etc., etc. So the expectations are continuing to rise given the nature of change and disruption in the market. The expectations are going up with that. So it's and it's a lot of times driven by customer expectations. So it's not just it's the CEO because he or she wants to be play bad cop or something like that. It is because the customers that the CEO is talking to on a daily basis are driving him to continue to raise the bar on expectations, because guess what? In the real world, stuff is happening at digital pace today. And so, the question in that sense is, all right, if Amazon can do this and they can put something out so quickly, and that's just an example, there's many, many such others, why can't you? That level of expectation that you are trying to put on companies that are similar to digital natives, not to say digital natives are perfect in any sense, they have their flaws too, but in some things they have figured out, that perhaps other companies haven't, because of the legacy and the tech debt and just the legacy debt overall, not just of technology, but of processes and everything else, people, skills, all of that, right? I mean, other companies come with all of that. So I think as expectations change for the customer, for the consumer, for the clients, the CEO now is pressured in a way to meet those expectations. And then the question is, who's my delivery arm? How am I getting to meet those expectations? How does my CIO as my core partner and more important partner given the tech disruption, is he or she able to step up and deliver to the same expectations? And quite often that's where the frictions are in terms of what can I do, what I can't do, how much funding are you giving me, how much are you not giving me, I need more to be able to do what you're expecting me to do, etc., etc. And quite often if you had left the CIO not have to deal with the legacy and just say, all right, keep this aside and I'm just going to chart a new path forward, life is easy. But the expectation's never that. You have a huge client base. Not everybody's, has different level of expectations. You've got to keep everyone happy. And so that's where the challenge is. You have to maintain legacy and bring that, modernize that. At the same time, you have to come up with new services. And so I think, that's where it is a inherent tension in how you go to market and the speed with which you go to market. Listen, I think we're positioned really well. I think firstly on BCG, a third of our business now is all digital. And that is building digital services, but also modernization of core to enable digital services, which includes analytics, includes IoT, includes blockchain, AI, all of that stuff, right? And so, I think we are investing heavily in that space, and CAST as a partner in this journey with us, we have clear use cases on this digital journey that CAST and BCG are collaborating on. This is either through, as we look at modernizing the legacy base or standing up new application development, modern platform environments where software intelligence should be a core component of it, or as we look to build or acquire, or help our clients acquire new digital capabilities, how do we do due diligence on those? Are those the right capabilities? Are they not? Etc. So I think we are really well positioned together, and I think we're quite complementary from that perspective. Again, I think both are, as I mentioned about BCG's DNA around kind of data-driven insights. What better than partnering with CAST to get data-driven insights on the software that's available? So and given the importance of software, it just is so synergistic.